And a month has passed since several drivers reported large objects on a busy Douglas County highway. Sheriff's deputies continue investigating the incidents as intentional, but so far no arrests. Our Mike McKnight first broke the story, and tonight he talks to a couple waiting for answers from investigators and insurance.
After swerving to avoid an object, possibly a TV in the highway, then crashing down a ravine, Garrison and Skylar Beach escaped with their lives. But more than a month later, life has been stressful.
It isn't a harmless thing that happened. It's had a huge impact on us financially and in other aspects.
The couple believes their insurance is waiting on the outcome of the sheriff's investigation for a final settlement. But in the meantime, their out-of-pocket costs are estimated at $6,500, including a $1,500 deductible and the price of a used car they had to buy.
I had to get a new one,
which is more than replacement value of the crashed Camry. And the couple tells me they have an expense they didn't expect, a bill from the Nebraska Department of Transportation for repairs on that guardrail cable that they crashed through trying to avoid that object in the middle of the highway. The invoice from NDOT is $380.
The cherry on top.
Yeah, the cherry on top, I guess, after all this, we got sent a bill for the guardrails, but hopefully our insurance can help us out with that.
Sheriff's Captain Eric Sellers told me last month that several incidents of objects sitting on Highway 36 appear intentional.
Yeah, we have a person of interest that we're looking at right now on the case.
A 22-year-old Bennington man has been questioned, but without a confession, investigators must prove he intentionally put objects in the roadway.
I feel like the responsible party should have to make it right for people, especially like us, where it's putting us out thousands of dollars.
We just wish that whoever did this would come forward and just to make it right for us, because we're just at a point in our lives where this has really affected us, financially.
The Beaches are a one-income couple right now, as Garrison is a full-time student studying to be a physician's assistant. Identifying the suspect responsible for causing them to crash might be the prescription needed to remedy their financial headaches. Near Bennington, Mike McKnight, First Alert 6.
The sheriff's captain says the investigation into the highway objects is ongoing. They have not received more reports of incidents of intentional acts since our first story aired in early December. As for the guardrail repair invoice, the district engineer says it's standard procedure, but most of the time a driver's insurance will cover